We're back with the 1910 British campaign in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Where we left off is we had a couple of rather inconclusive light cruiser battles. A couple of episodes before, which kind of showed that both our and the German light cruisers are fairly impotent against each other. Not much happened there. We also saw that our armored cruiser can easily dispatch a German light cruiser, so there is some value in those things, although they don't do very well against their German counterparts, the German armored cruisers. We have a lot of cruisers building. An improved light cruiser, we got 8 of those. They're all building now. And we've also designed or gotten bids that we've modified a little bit. We've got a new armored cruiser class coming online, 9 of those ordered, 3 of which are building. It's been a couple of months since the first batch began construction, so we're going to get another 3 going now. As these first few Nottingham class cruisers come online, I am going to scrap our sort by type. Our 3 forward class, those are going to get scrapped. So the first 3 of the Nottinghams will not expand our fleet. However, the forward, the Tartar, and the Gladiator have been training because we have prioritized crew training in our budget. And they have trained, or in one case, regular crews. As these get scrapped, those trained crew will go back into the pool and will bring up the average level of proficiency among our manpower. So the hope is that the Nottingham, Pearl, and Latona will come into the fleet, get manned up, and won't start all the way down at cadet. Hopefully they will at least be green level and not the lowest level. While ships are building, they do have a crew number assigned, and they do apparently train up. You can see here that these ships, which are still building, the Nottingham is at trained, the Pearl is at trained, Latona is at trained, Attentive is actually all the way up at seasoned. However, once they complete, they are going to draw manpower from our pool. I don't know that these training levels on ships in construction, is that a bug, an oversight in the coding? I don't know. I don't know if this means anything gameplay wise, if it has any effect whatsoever on their crew level when they actually enter the fleet. I suspect it's basically a bug or a not intended oversight. In the meantime, we have a little bit larger battle. We've been seeing a lot of 1 versus 1 duel type battles. This one will be a little bit bigger with the battleship, some armored cruisers, and a light ship on both sides. And here in the North Sea, just off of Sunderland. We know that our armored cruisers do not match up very well against their armored cruisers. We also know, however, that their light cruiser doesn't pose much of a threat themselves. It's pretty lightly armed. So this is really going to come down to, how does our battleship stack up against their battleship? We don't have any information on the British battleship yet. We do know that ours is armed with 14-inch guns, which is pretty hefty for 1910, and I don't believe that the quality on these guns is very good. It's not showing. don't know if these are Mark IIs or Mark I's. They're not any higher than Mark II, I know that. Anyway, we will see how this pans out. The Battle of Sunderland. Which way is the enemy? AI wants to go this way. Oh, he's already spotted me. Rounds incoming. Let me get a quick. Okay, so the flagship is the battleship, appropriately enough. The 3 CAs are in one division in follow mode. And the destroyer is back here operating independently in its own battle line. And that's fine. I'm just going to have the destroyer kind of hang out and see if an opportunity presents itself for the destroyer to come in and make a torpedo run. It's basically a one-shot deal. 3 launchers, so it can fire a spread of 6 torpedoes at once. However, it has reduced ammo, which means it's a one-shotter. Once the spread is fired, she'll be Winchester. So I want to make sure that spread is good. I'm going to turn off torpedoes for now, otherwise she'll pickle them off too far away, bad angle, whatever. We know that the enemy armored cruisers have torpedoes, so does their light cruiser. And our armored cruisers do not have torpedoes. We don't particularly want Howe to get very close. And with 14-inch guns, she shouldn't need to. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to have her flatten out here and just kind of hang here in the back. I don't need the cruiser sticking with her. Let's get them a little bit closer, at least far enough to spot the enemy. So let's have them go independent, and battleship going this way. We'll have the cruisers kind of head over here. I don't want to get them too far in front. I just want to get them close enough that they can at least spot. No closer than that, really? Okay. That is almost certain. That is the British battleship. Not identified yet. Look at it. That's an interesting turret arrangement. That's a lot of guns. Is that their light cruiser? No. Well, those are within torpedo range, though. Okay, how? That's close enough, cruisers. Come on over this way. All of you focusing on this lead armored cruiser for now. You know what? They're offering an opportunity here. Let's see if this destroyer can kind of come on over this way and get in position to make a torpedo run on the Thuringen. Thuringen is identified, so let's get a closer look. Okay, we're looking at a 24,000-ton battleship. Max bulkheads. She's not going to flood very quickly. 10-inch guns. Wow. 16 knots. Undergun and slow. That's a pretty reasonable armor similarly. A whole bunch of 10-inch turrets. There's that one 7-inch turret. AI kind of likes to plop that on the rear barbette. And then a pretty typical smattering of 4 and 3-inch casemate and superstructure guns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14 4-inch casemates. And kind of hard to tell in the lighting there. Just a couple of 3-inch. No torpedoes. Okay. Lead ship Rune has started to take some fire. They've made a pretty... Yeah, okay. Rune has pickled off a torpedo. Probably fired it out of her bow launcher before she made the turn. And there it is. And, okay, I caught that late. I believe Suffolk is going to take a torpedo here. Unless she's going fast enough to scoot ahead of it, I am not optimistic. I am going to Suffolk, detach. Slowing down won't help. Basically, I'm just going to put on full left rudder for Suffolk, hoping maybe that will scoot the stern. As she turns, maybe that will swing the stern just out of the torpedo as it passes. I doubt it. One can hope. Oh, look at that. She did avoid it without even really turning. And I forgot to detach her. So that meant nothing. I brought up the button to detach. I just didn't actually hit the detach button. Oh, well, that worked out. Has Comet fired yet? No. And I've lost track of it. Okay. How you come back and unmask your batteries. Yeah, I meant to turn Suffolk. I turned the whole division instead. That's okay. With a combination of 3 cruisers, 8-inch guns, focus firing, hopefully we can get something done to the Rune here. How's our destroyer doing? Not great, as it turns out. Oh, yeah. I'm not optimistic she's going to get within a good torpedo launch range of the battleship. See if I can get over here and fire at these cruisers. Still hasn't fired. Okay, Comet has fired one. I would suspect that's probably a stern shot toward the DD, since that seems to be their focus at the moment. Alright, Unity's kind of, yeah, fired at the DD. So, that's good. If I want to waste shots toward my most maneuverable ship, I think I'm okay with that. Meanwhile, Unity has lost a good bit of speed, and she's not a particularly fast destroyer to begin with. At only 26 knot top speed, and she's flooding, so she's much lower than that. I think I'm just going to kind of fire a spread in this direction. You save, that'll just kind of make it wait for the best possible solution. I'm not overly optimistic that these are going to hit. I just feel like it's a case of use it now or go glub 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 and not use them at all. She's got the tubes pointed. Come on, fire now. Fire now. Let's go up to normal. There she goes. Now. Hard right. Swing the stern away from that one torpedo. Okay. I believe those are going to clear. That looks like a pretty good spread headed toward the room. She's going to have to do some maneuvering. She is maneuvering. Unity, go ahead. You don't have any more torps. Go ahead and do what you can to retreat if you can. Yeah, Rune is going to avoid those. And it's unlikely Comet will get hit either. Let's have these cruisers swing back around. I'm not paying enough attention to what Howe is doing. Howe has not hit anything. Got a torpedo over here. Looks like it's headed for maybe Suffolk. I kind of think this turn we're doing may be enough just in and of itself without having to do any torpedo evasion. They're still firing at the Rune. It looks like Comet may be a better target, closer. Speed the time up a little bit here. Oh my gosh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where did all those come from? I thought these things were single shot. Is this a new class? No! Those are Unity's torpedoes! Oh my goodness. Those are Unity's torpedoes. Okay, Suffolk. Actually detached this time. I need you to try to thread the needle. Are you able to thread the needle? Oh my goodness, I'm gonna get shot by friendly torpedoes. Slow down. I don't know if that's gonna do anything in time. No. No, she's not. She's gonna take at least two. One. She's gonna take one. Oh my gosh. Well, that was embarrassing. aren't that bad. Okay. Let me get this line back together. Roxburgh, detach, Suffolk, back into the division, and now Roxburgh. Is this Roxburgh? Yeah, Roxburgh, back in the division. We've taken 2,100 damage from 39 hits already. I'm wondering if that includes the friendly fire torpedoes. Because I can't really see that any of my ships have taken any other significant damage. Oh no. Most of that is on the Unity. That's where that came from. Well, one of the torpedoes just took a hit. I guess, yeah, Rune had fired a torpedo out of her bow. I didn't see it. Would like to think that at this range, our 8 inchers should be doing something to their common target. It does look like Unity is successfully making good her retreat. Battleship has done 1,000 points worth of damage. I think that was to the Unity. Hal has not landed a 14-inch hit on the third engine yet. These are Mark 1 14-inchers. Not very accurate. Yeah, 3.8 kilometers, so it's not a very good hit chance. %. Low chance of a penetration. Switch her up to HE. These cruisers up to? Well, they've gotten themselves in a knife fight here. Let's have them turn away as a division. Rune is taking some damage. One torpedo coming here. Suffolk is turning though. I don't think that'll be a problem. There may actually be a collision here. We actually have a little bit bigger ship. That's not necessarily a bad thing for us. That's going to hurt Rune more than it hurts Cockpit. I think there may have been a little bit of friendly fire right there. That's not what I meant. Roxborough, go back. Who's the lead ship? Suffolk is the lead ship. It's Cochrane and... Well, she's already turned around. Too late to do the maneuver I wanted anyway. Everybody keep focus firing the same ship. How's Hal doing? Got some fires burning on third engine now. She's starting to take a little bit of damage. Funnels out. Let's make sure all of our turrets remain able to fire. Turn a little bit to the left. Okay. And Unity is safely out of the battle now. She will not take further damage, I don't think. Uh-oh, there comes another torpedo. I should not have allowed my cruisers to get in this kind of situation. I shouldn't have let them in so close. Roxborough is actually the last ship on board. Their order is all messed up. Screw the run in Roxborough. Hit this guy. She's right there. You can't miss. Cochrane. Retreat if you can. Roxborough. Fall in behind Suffolk. Let's everybody focus on Bismarck just because Roxborough is so close. This battleship thing going. Thurngin is taking some fire. The battleships are kind of equal in minor damage to both of them. Turn a little bit more to the left. Thurngin is still coming on. You know, as long as you're in range. Still, no, don't shoot, because your secondaries will shoot right into Roxborough. Keep shooting room, Cochrane, just because you have a clear shot. We've taken a little bit more widespread damage on Howe. Thuringians is a little bit more concentrated. They both have... I mean, they're still both above 90% structure. Neither has been seriously hurt. Why is Roxborough so slow? She doesn't have engine damage. Well, because Suffolk is still slow, that's why. From earlier torpedo maneuvering. And that should get both... that should get both ships moving a little faster. Bismarck has taken engine damage and should be slowing down. Comet has hardly been touched. Rune has taken some damage but doesn't have any systems out. No fires or floods. Well, she's got a little bit of permanent flooding back in her steering gear. I don't think Bussard has even been fired upon yet. I'd like to take out this rear cruiser if I can. I think the weight of the 14 inchers is very, very slowly starting to make itself 90% structure on Thuringen, 90% for us. There's a nice pop. There's another nice pop. Ooh, destroyed main gun. Yeah, one of her forward 10 inch is out. We can just keep this a battleship-only affair over here without these cruisers starting to add their weight to a significant degree. This battleship confrontation may turn out. Come on, cruisers. Let's get some work done here. They're mostly focused on how. Looks like Cochrane is going to save herself. If she gets any hits at all, which is unlikely, may as well make them HE. This 4.6 knots. There's a nice hit on the Bismarck from Suffolk. More of that, please. You can speed up a little bit. Yeah. Our turret arrangement. Masking the forward battery isn't that bad. We still have 2 turrets firing. Looks like we'll slow down a cruise speed, help our accuracy a little bit. Should have thought of that earlier. If I turn to the left, I don't want to get terribly close to... I don't want to give Bussard a torpedo shot. Let's bring Hal back around this way. She's starting to take some real damage, down to 74%. Hal is at 89%. So the different, accuracy or not, quality or not, the 14 inches are starting to come into play a little bit more versus the 10 inchers. Straighten up there, Al. I'm not going to hold that too long. I don't want to get so close as to make the German 9-inch guns over here terribly effective on Hal. That was a mistake. Turn away. Turn forward. Okay. Suffolk and Roxborough. Turn back toward... Runes turn in towards... Comet is out of torpedoes. Rune has 1 shot left. Worry about these 2. Let's make sure we finish off the first Bismarck. That's good. Now straighten up. Cruisers just right in here. Their engine is down to 10 knots. Forward turret's out, but from this aspect, I'm not sure that forward turret would be able to fire on us anyway. I believe their engine is trying to disengage now. What are we doing here? Okay, good. Come on, guys, let's get at least 1 sinking here. Bussard has fired torpedoes. And they're probably right around in here someplace. Got a little preemptive turn there on torpedoes that might be in the water. Yep, there they are. Alright, steady up. Have Hal shift her secondaries to Bussard. Keep the 14-inchers on their engine. She might be, she's just pickled again. Hard right. Hard left. Slow down a little bit. Oh. No, not too bad. I think she's gonna miss. Okay. Hard right. Oh no. What are midships? Hard right. She's got to start. She has a stern tube, I think. I'm just going to keep returning to throw off. I'm not sure exactly what Bussard can shoot from. Let's go rudder midships. Head over this way. Their engine's in bad shape. Got a fire and are coming down in structure ourselves. Speed back up. She's about to pickle off her last torpedo, I think. There he goes. Hard left. Slow down. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep slowing down. Okay, missed it. Alright. Max speed. Straight ahead. Okay, Bussard cannot shoot any torpedoes at us. The armored cruisers are not, well, I've lost track of what these guys are doing. They're just turning circles because I forgot to take his rudder off. Head back over here. Sorry, I don't know if you want to ram with that machine. Okay. Oh, at this range, at that angle. Switch to AP, please. Put some 14 inches into her gut. Now. Let's slow to 22 again. Come on, come on, come on. big 14-inch broadside. We've lost an after turret, I think. Switch back to HE. Hopefully Tweedledee and Tweedledum here can manage to finally take out their target. Should be able to. First Bismarck is slowed way down. Turn back around. Howe. This way. As fast as you can. Cruisers are over here. I'll switch over in this direction. A lot of times in these battles, that little green course marker will just glitch out and it won't come back for the rest of the battle. It's not a mechanic or anything, it's just, I think it's just a display bug. Guisard has taken a little bit of damage from our secondaries, not a whole lot. Boom! Just gonna take it on faith that Guisard 6-inch won't get too lucky a hit on us. I'm gratified to see that Howe is not experiencing flash fires the way that Achilles, our battlecruiser, did in the opening battle of the war. I think Howe is standing up okay. She's taken a lot of damage, but just a little bit of flooding. She hasn't had big flooding problems. She hasn't had ongoing fires. I'm sure she's had some. And she only has two completely destroyed compartments. Which her funnel's taken out. In contrast, obviously Thuringen is not faring as well. And hopefully soon their engine will be removed from the German battle. Still low penetration chance on the center belt, keeping with HE. I think we're close enough though. Let's get both main and secondaries. The secondaries may not. Still not a big penetration chance. It's coming from that. I guess that's pretty good armor fitness. How are these fellas doing? They're still not doing a good job of keeping track of what these guys are doing. Hal's taking a lot of damage here toward the end. She's going to sink the third engine, I believe. It's going to be a pretty expensive victory. Still with the low penetration chance. Oh! How just took a torpedo hit. Where from, I'm not exactly sure. I think from the first Bismarck. Because you clowns over here have not, haven't managed you well in, let's just take some footing. Alright, slow down a little bit so you don't zoom past her again. Cannot afford to let their engine go. She's got to go down. %. 2%. Hal's accuracy has come way down for damage. Thuringen actually has got higher accuracy for her 10-inch batteries right now. First Bismarck down. Okay, Suffolk and Roxborough. Come over and help finish off. Here, just go HE on your 8-inchers. 0.4%. Cruisers head over this way. There, battleship down. Alright, cruiser. Bussard, it's your turn. I don't really want to. How is damaged enough that another torpedo from Rune, or there are a lot of 9-inch HE. We've got a pretty nice victory as it is. Kind of thought those cruises were buggering off. They've come back. Kind of like to take down this Bussard on the way out. That would be icing on the cake. I just want to make sure the Germans aren't going to get any icing of the resin. Head off in that direction. Best speed you can. 14 is about as good as we're going to get. That line kind of disappearing a little bit there. opponent not that fast. Neither is Hal. Nope. Bussard has lost propulsion. Alright, I think we're good. Took down an armored cruiser, took down a battleship. Took a lot of damage, did not lose any of our ships. There was a couple of torpedo hits that perhaps didn't have to occur, including one of our own torpedoes. So that was not terribly cleanly fought. I think I especially did not handle the armored cruiser division very well. That's a pretty good victory, I think, despite all that. And the big news is ship for ship. Our Mars class stacks up pretty well against their Hanover class battleships. The Marses are not as powerful, or not as accurate rather, but they've got 14-inch guns compared to the German with only 10-inch guns. That's a pretty decisive advantage, and our battleships are over 10 knots faster. So if any battleship versus battleship duels crop up, our existing battleship will be in fine shape. Okay, and I think that will do it for this episode. In our next episode, we'll see what November 1910 brings. Thanks for watching.